Now this is the third lecture of unit 5th unit. Now for last class we discussed electronic polarization. Now I want to explain ionic polarization. This ionic polarizability is denoted by alpha I. Sorry. Electronic alpha E, ionic alpha I. Here ions are nothing but cation and anion, or positive ion, negative ion. So initially positive ion and negative ion at the same place. Now the charge of positive ion and negative ion we are taken as E, and mass of the positive ion is small m, and mass of the negative ion is we are taken as capital M. So these two are initially at the same place. Now when the field is applied, so that the positive ion is moving along the field direction, the travel distance we are considering as x1. Next, the center of the negative ion moving opposite to the field direction, the travel distance is nothing but x2. So here both are displaced. One is along the field direction and another one is the opposite to the field direction. The traveling distances x1 and x2 respectively. Now here mu, that is nothing but dipole moment, that is nothing but charge into distance between the two charges. Here these two are two distances travel, so that we are taking E into x1 plus x2, that is nothing but the total dipole moment in ionic polarization. Now this equation is equation number 1. Now here some force is applied. Due to that force these two are separated. So when these two are separated means they are trying to attract, means the restoring force is acting between the two ions. So that restoring force F is directly proportional to x1 and F is directly proportional to x2. Remove the proportionality constant, F equals to k1 x1 and F equals to k2 x2. Now here from this equation x1 equals to F by k1 and x2 is equals to F by k2. Now these distances are mainly depending on mass of the charge of that electron, F is nothing but E into E, and also angular frequency, means m omega naught square. Mass of the positive ion is m omega naught and E into E. Similarly x2 is equals to E into E by k2 is equals to capital M omega naught square. This is nothing but force, restoring force. So m omega naught square, here m omega naught square, k1 and k2 raised. Now here total x1 plus x2, that equals to E into E by omega naught square is common, 1 by m plus 1 by capital. So this is the total distance. Now this is equation number 2. Now substitute 2 in 1. So here 2 in 1 means now we are calculate the dipole moment, that is charge into distance between the two ions x1 plus x2. So mu is equals to E into E by omega naught square into 1 by m plus 1 by capital I. So mu is equals to E square E by omega naught square into 1 by m plus 1 by capital. Now here mu is directly proportional to E and mu is equals to alpha I into A. Now comparing these three equations, 3 and 4. Compare 3 and 4. Left hand side mu is there and right hand side E is there. Now the remaining equation alpha I, that is equals to E square by omega naught square into 1 by m plus 1 by capital M. Now this is the total ionic polarizability. So here we are taking the two ions, positive ion and negative ion. When the field is applied, positive ion travel distance x1 and negative ion travel distance x2, and total polarizability here we are calculated mu equals to E into x1 plus x2. Now the force is directly proportional to x1 and x2, removing the restoring force constant. So this restoring force is depending on mass and also angular frequency. Now we are right x1 equals to E into E by m omega square and x2 equals to E into E by capital M. This is mass of the negative ion. This is the mass of the positive ion. So here x1 plus x2 and substitute this one. So finally you are getting the alpha I, that is the ionic polarizability. Now the next one is orientation polarization. This polarizability is alpha O. Alpha O is the orientation pole. So in some molecules means we are taking methyl. So in this there is no permanent dipoles, means there is no negative electrodes. So CH4 methyl, so there is no permanent dipoles. In CH4Cl, methyl chloride, CH3Cl, here some chlorine means negative, so that some dipole moment is there. Now when the field is applied, they are getting the permanent dipoles, means they are oriented along the field direction. That type of polarization is nothing but orientation polarization, means negative, positive and positive, means positive charge, negative charge means they having some dipole moment here. Here also this is plus and minus. Now minus, plus, plus. So they are randomly oriented. So when the field is applied in this direction, all the dipoles are try to align in the field direction. So this type of polarization is nothing but orientation polarization. This orientation polarization, already we know the polarization vector P is equals to N into mu, means average dipole moment per unit molecule is nothing but, unit volume is nothing but polarization vector. Now this P is equals to N into mu square E by 3kT. Now already we know the alpha naught, that is equals to P naught by N into E. That is nothing but mu square by 3k. This is nothing but alpha naught equals to mu square by 3k. This is the orientation polarizability. Next one is the space charge polarization. So it is occurred at the electrodes. Now here accumulation of charges here. So now when the field is applied in this direction, so all the positive ions are moving along the field direction. So when the field is applied, so positive ions are moving one side and negative ions are moving one side. So this type of polarization is very small comparability other polarizabilities. So that alpha total is equals alpha E plus alpha I plus alpha O. That equals alpha I is nothing but 4 pi epsilon naught into r cube. Next, alpha I is equals to E square by omega naught square into 1 by m plus 1 by capital M. Next, plus mu square by 3 k. This is the total polarizer. So this is totally up to electronic polarization and ionic polarization and space charge polar. So electronic and ionic both are important for you in your exam. Okay, thank you.